Hi everyone, this is Professor Bowen-Moore. This video is an explanation of the UIUX project wireframing stage. And so that's kind of initially what we will be doing in preparation for the digital work for the UIUX project. This is where we have provided some or conducted some site mapping and created sketches slash wireframings, which is what these technically are. It is also a low fidelity prototype or lo-fi prototype. In other words, this is a way to test your navigation using a sample task list on friends, family, whoever, roommate, to make sure the navigation is clear and understandable and easy to navigate with no issues through. If there are issues or confusion as people navigate through your app using your task list, then there is a design problem. And that all of that needs to be fixed at this stage in preparation for the digital work, just to ensure that you don't have to backtrack or take more time that's unnecessary as you finalize the project. Okay, so these are showing progression, just like storyboarding, if you will. We want to include, and please use the template that I provided. There should be three phone screens or, drawings of phone screens that are in proportion with the phone screen. So use those. I provided a PDF to print those out and use as many sheets as you need. As I mentioned in the explanation video, most students will need approximately 12 pages from start to finish, give or take. So you will need at least 4 of these printed sheets for your wireframing. So make sure you use the template. We are going to include a phone screen image with your icon in place and what you kind of want that to look like. So make sure you also label your screens so that they're easy to navigate for someone that is observing these and testing them. The optional loading screen here, this particular company is called the Socialite. This is a high-end retail clothing store. And so, like I said, the loading screen is optional, but this was included in this particular student example. So again, please do not copy anything in these. These are strictly for observation and assistance in understanding the expectation and kind of what you're going to be doing, okay? Um, Home screen, primary view. So this can be a scrolling page if you would like, but here you want to, once we get into the app, this is kind of the first images we're going to see. This is a dynamic page. This is really to entice us. Most primary navigational pages are going to have like new arrivals, newer things that are just broken or just come out, specials, deals, coupons, things like that that are going to be enticing to a customer. We also want to have navigational icons that kind of help us throughout the app. One of those is a menu icon for hidden navigation that is relative to the entire app. What that looks like and the options listed are going to be different depending on the company. Having the logo type at the top of each screen, menu icon, a search. In this case, she included a profile icon. Now there really doesn't need to be a home icon at the bottom here, but that was included as well because the logo type can act as a home screen button. We also have a cart view and like a favorites icon here as well, and kind of a chat icon. A lot of these things don't have to have links, but you would think broadly about the complete navigation of your app and what would be an option there. So as we progress, we see she did include some pages that were not required. So if you get all of the required things done, you can do extra screens if you would like. It is a great way to build your portfolio and to add links to your final prototype in your resume. It is a great advantage when you have UI UX experience. So just putting that out there. This person added just the sign up for being an elite member or having a membership to get reward systems or reward points. So this was basically, I think I skipped a page. Okay, here's 4, 5, and 6. So here is our hidden navigation. So if we were to click the icon, the menu icon, this is kind of what would slide from the left and be a sign in or sign up for their membership. Here's some categories that lead us to other items in the store. Here's her elite sign up. So if we were to click sign up here, we would go to this page. This person had it blank first, and then if we were to click on an empty cell like we are starting to fill it out, then it would just she just had it to where it was already filled out. And then we continue shopping. It leads us back to the home page. Then we can either navigate from there or we can go back to the menu icon, select clothing. This gives us categories of clothing like tops, bottoms, dresses. When we click tops, which is the intended navigation, we get to a page with a bunch of tops. Now on your wireframes, we can just have boxes there that are superimposed, placeholder, if you will. We select one of those. So we see an individual item page. We add it to our bag. And notice you put a little 1 by the cart or the bag here. And we have the bag or cart view. When we go to fully check out, we get the payment screen with shipping. We submit our order. And then we get our confirmation of order page. Now I would recommend adding a fake like order number here. And from here we can click, make sure we can get back to the home page or back to the menu. Notice on all of these screens, she has the same navigational. Well, she didn't include them here, but you want to have these basic navigational items on every screen. I would recommend that so that no matter where we are in the app, we can get back to the home page, the menu, if there's a search. Okay. So that's the general gist of the wireframes. Now, she did not include her rationale page. I would also recommend including that just so you don't forget that the rationale is going in the app this time. I would recommend including that in the hidden navigation where you can lead or have an option or label. It could be about us page. It could just be a label that says rationale, whatever you want to do there and however you want to design it. But we definitely want a link from the primary or hidden navigation to the rationale page. That is a designed page that you're just simply following the same rubric or the template that I gave you and then just designing it for a phone screen instead. Okay. If you have any questions about the wireframes, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for listening, and I hope this helps.